we all know what the N word is. Why did you have to say nigga with the ER?
She was waiting for that. She was ER.
Yeah, she was.
You think we might get too wild. So
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jumi and you're tuned into As Told by Jumi. Did y'all see my intro? Did y'all see my new intro?
Did y'all see that?
Did y'all see it? I'm gonna make sure I leave the girl's ad name. She did a really good job. And let's get into the video. So today's video is gonna be about basically our experiences going to an HBCU and a PWI. So we're just gonna talk about the pros and cons, what we personally went through, and what we would do different if we had another chance. So I brought Val today because she went to HBCU.
The HBCU.
The HBCU her whole 4 years, and I went a different route. I went to a PWI. So this video is not about, we're not debating what's the best. We're just talking about our experience, and whatever you feel like works for you, you can do it. So I'm gonna let Val start first because she's my guest. So she's basically just gonna talk about her experience right after high school, what made her decide to go to HBCU, and yeah, let's get into the video.
So basically, honestly, I didn't know anything about HBCUs before I came. Like, my high school was like a predominantly Black Hispanic high school, and I went there for the medical academy. And so they would bring in different
school.
Yeah,
medical academy.
Yeah, we had a medical academy.
Okay, Texas.
You know what I'm saying? It was great. It really put me on the
Texas,
right track.
By the way,
Houston, H-Town, Beyonce. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we had a medical academy.
Oh, wow.
And so they would bring in different schools to come and talk to us. And keep in mind, I had no idea what an HBCU was. They brought in Morehouse, they brought in Howard.
Oh wow.
When they brought in Howard, the guy was really selling it. He was like, if you have this GPA, this SAT score, you're getting full ride. I said, hold up. Money?
Right.
I was like,
free.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, do we have to write in an essay or whatever? They said no, it's automatic.
Really?
I said, I don't like writing. I don't like writing at all. They said no essay, full ride. I'm sold.
And you just applied?
I applied. I got the full tuition scholarship.
All 4 years?
Yeah, all 4 years.
What?
And I was like,
what
that
was
is
your
good.
GPA?
In high school, my GPA I think was 3.7.
Wow.
And SAT.
No essay, no nothing.
No essay. Like it was made for me because God.
That was yours because what?
Honestly, and me, I feel like a good amount of my friends applied too. We were like, oh yeah, we're in there. At the end of the day, some of their parents didn't want them to go out of state, so that's why they didn't.
Yeah.
But me and like 2 of my really close friends, we came to Howard, and yeah, from there we had a great time.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, when I graduated high school, I decided to go to. Actually, I didn't decide because I didn't have a choice. I didn't really have a choice because it was a lot. Because like my mom, she's not very like, what's the word? She doesn't really know about the educational system, and my siblings and I, we basically had to like fend it for ourselves and like figure out our own stuff. So when I graduated, I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I applied to community college, and like y'all know the stigma community college has. It's the 13th grade, it's the this, it's that, and I applied to a local community college that was close to me. I did it for 2 years, and I graduated and got my associates in criminal justice. Then I transferred spring 2019 to UMD, which is a PWI. So that's where I currently go right now, and it's been an experience. To be honest, I commute, so it's just like I feel like I don't have the campus lifestyle, and I feel like that's one thing I felt like I missed out on, to have like the experience of freshman 15 or like freshman whatever. I didn't have that, but like I still wouldn't change anything because I feel like it made me who I am today. But that was basically what I did. So yeah, I'm still at my PWI. I graduate in next spring, 21. Okay, so we're gonna talk about our majors and why we decided to go in that route. So would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. So I've kind of known for a very long time, like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a medical doctor. I had no idea what I wanted to major in, because honestly, with any like professional school, you can major in anything as long as you take them prereqs.
You're good. Yeah.
I didn't know what interests I had. I just liked math.
Really?
I liked math.
Oh my god.
But I'm not gonna major in math.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to enjoy myself. You know?
Right.
So I think I took like psychology in high school. I was like, okay, psychology seems kind of
cool,
fun.
yeah.
Like, I like to, not read people's minds, but I like to analyze people.
Yeah, exactly. Understand how the mind works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and choose psychology. I got to psychology. I had a good time for like my intro courses.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh, after this, like, you're gonna be writing a whole bunch of essays.
No, you're like.
I said before, I don't do essays. Me and essays, we don't click. I was already taking English 1, English 2. I said, I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I switched. When I tell you, I switched my major so many times.
Girl, me too. It's the major I'm in right now. I just want to graduate. I don't care.
Like, it's
I
really
just want to graduate.
It's hard. Like, there's so
is.
many options.
So many.
I'm an indecisive person. I don't know.
Girl, me too. Yeah.
So I was just like researching. I was like, do I want to do nursing? Because I knew other people that did nursing as a major, and then they went on to go to medical school. So I was looking into it. Honestly, I didn't hear the best things about Howard's nursing program. So I was like, I don't want the Wahala.
Yeah.
So I switched it to that, but immediately I switched it to this other major called sports medicine.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like,
Did you minor in that?
No, I minored in chemistry.
Oh, okay.
I love chemistry.
Oh, you're such a nerd. I've never had anyone say they love chemistry.
I love chemistry.
Wow.
Like, honestly, if I could go back, I would definitely major in either chemistry or chemical engineering.
What?
Just thinking about
you
it.
must be smart because
It was just really interesting, and like the
wow.
courses that I did, I just loved the way that they made me think. You know?
Yeah.
But I ended up choosing sports medicine because they focus more like on the human body rather than biology.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to learn about plants.
Yeah.
So I really like that, like the anatomy and physiology aspect,
Yeah.
and I ended up graduating with sports medicine.
And where are you now? Let them know.
And now I'm in medical school. You know what I'm saying? Future doctor, MD.
You want to be like a surgeon? Like, you know what I'm
God forbid.
No.
God forbid. No, like I'm still not 100% sure what I want to specialize in. But I really love dermatology. I love skincare.
Really?
I love neurology. Obviously, like for mind, stuff like that. It's just so many things. Cancer.
Yeah, you have time.
I have time.
Definitely. But
What
yeah,
about you?
so for me, of course, I told you guys I went to a community college. I didn't know what I was doing, and that's one thing I wished I would have changed my mindset on. Like, I was so focused on trying to get out, it's community college, and just did it. I wasn't proud. I always tell people, oh, I'm just in school. Like, I'll never let them know, like, cause I just don't let people get to you guys. Don't let what people say, what the world thinks. Like, do what's best for you. But when I got to community college, I always wanted to be a lawyer. I don't know why. I don't know. I just wanted to be a lawyer or like something in the criminal justice system. And it's just like, I knew I was always passionate about that from the beginning, because it was just like, obviously the way Black people are treated in this country or in the world, it's terrible. And I just like, I want to make a change, and if I don't make the change, at least influence people who can actually make the change. So when I got to community college, I decided to do criminal justice, because I was like, okay, I want to work in the FBI, like not like shooting guns, like there are other parts of the FBI. Like, I wanted to do that. Like, I was so keen on that, so I was like, okay, criminal justice is it for me, and da-da-da-da-da. But when I got to UMD, I was just like, I already have an associate's criminal justice. I don't have 2 degrees in the same thing. I wanted to spice it up a little bit. So I was like, what do I want to major in? When I first came in, because when I applied, I basically applied as an undecided, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. There's so many majors at UMD, and like I just couldn't pick. So when I applied, like they give you like a good 2 semesters for you to be undecided until you go into the major. So the first semester I was like, okay, I'll do communications. I was like, oh, I could learn my speech, that will let me teaches me to be articulate in the court. I was like, let me do that. I'll do that. I did it, and I didn't like the class. It was too many theories to remember. and that it was too much. And I also needed to take stats. Okay, so UMD does this thing. They have limited enrollment program. So COM was one of the limited enrollment. You have to apply to get into the major. So they have they have like COM, psychology, business. All these other, I think government and politics, whatever, they're all limited enrollment programs. So you have to apply to get it. You can't just get it. So you have to take prerequisites. So I had to take the comm class stats, and I'm not good at math. I'm not like Val. Like, I suck. Like, I suck. So I basically got like a D. I got a D in stats. And I didn't apply, I couldn't go into the major anymore because, you know, that was one of the prerequisites.
Wait,
and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Statistics for communication?
I don't know. I think, look, let's just debate me today because I'm worried about GPA. But I couldn't get into the major. And like, I was like, okay, I didn't want to do poli-sci because everyone's like, oh, poli-sci is just, that's a terrible major. I was like, listen to all these people. So I was like, okay, I would do psychology. I found out psychology, you need stats to get into the major. You did stats too, and once I failed, I couldn't apply to any major that had needed stat. So I just had to make a decision because they would basically kick me out of the school if I didn't have a major, because like, what are you doing here? So I spoke to my advisor, and she was like, what do you want to do in life? So like, I was like, and I told her I just want to like be in the criminal justice system. I want to make a change. I want to social change. And she was like, she gave me 4 majors that I could apply to. She was like, what do you sound like you want to do? She said African American Studies, Sociology, or Public Policy. I was like, okay, those were not LEPs. I didn't have to apply to it. So I was like, okay, I'll do Public Policy. I went to the Public Policy department. They said I need stats. The way I wanted to cry.
Wait, you couldn't retake stats?
No. Because I took it a PG, and they were like, oh, they want me to take their own stats. But because I technically already took it twice. They were like, that's it. Like, they give you 2 tries, and if you fail twice, or if for whatever reason you can't get into it. So I was like, I was like, what do I want to do? So I just picked African American Studies, to be honest. I was just like, F it, because like Val said, any professional school, it doesn't matter what you major in. You can major in dance, whatever. As long as you have the entrance exam, like the LSATs or the MCATs, whatever. If you have a good grade, you're good. So I'm just like, F it. Like, I would just do African American Studies, and it's actually it's going pretty well. Like, I learned so many things that I didn't even know. Being an African girl is actually really embarrassing. You know, I learned all the countries in Africa, like all the countries. I didn't know. I learned it, but it just makes like. It just made me proud to be black again, because you learn that black people actually started humanity, basically. And it was just so cool to learn. Like, it's a very interesting, like, there's a lot of writing, and I guess I need to learn and practice because I went to law school.
Girl, that's all you gonna be doing.
A lot of writing and reading, that's literally all I'm gonna do. So I have to force myself to like it and want to do it. So like, that's what I'm in right now, and it's going pretty well. And after I graduate, I plan to actually take a year off just to work and like study for the LSATs, then apply to law school. But yeah, that's basically my plan. But I don't know, I don't like saying I like making plans, because I feel like God, with this COVID, God will just scatter your life for you. You would never know.
Real quick.
Motherfucking quick. Like, you would never know. So at this point, that's what I want to do. But if God says there's something else He has planned for me, I'll actually take it. So how was like social life for you in school? Like, how did you make friends? How did you mingle?
Honestly, like, making friends before we even got to school, like whenever everybody got accepted, people started making group me's.
Yeah, like, Twitter. I would something. I would
literally.
Yeah.
There was even this chat called Quad, and I feel like that's where I met like
Quad?
Yeah, Quad. I don't know. I don't even think that it's even around anymore. But that's where I met like my closest friends.
Oh wow.
Obviously, I came with 2 other people from Texas, so it was me and them, and then we met like a big group of people, and we stuck with them since before college till now. Like, those are my brothers and sisters, honestly. And just social life on campus, especially freshman year.
I want to hear, because I feel like I didn't get this. I feel like you guys lived your college life.
No,
like,
honestly,
you did that.
It was like, I would not change that experience for anything. Like, even just freshman week, a whole bunch of new people coming together. When I tell you, I was out and about every single day, and it was so hot. I was taking showers 3 times a day.
Oh my
and
God,
still going out, having fun, going to the party.
As you should. You're 18, 17, going into college, live your best life.
I was having a blast.
Wow.
And it's just like, you know, a whole bunch of, I won't even just say like-minded people, because obviously everybody thinks differently, especially black people. There's somebody on every end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But just seeing like people that look like me, that know the same things, you know, similar cultures, having fun. There was African parties, there were Caribbean parties, black parties. There was different states, you know, New York versus Texas versus Cali. Like,
that's what made the experience.
It was, I learned so much. That's why, you know, as soon as I was coming here, I was like, hey, Mom. I like our mothers that ass beat.
No. She could actually claim the DM. We have to claim her.
Every
we have to actually claim
about merch. I'm from Chicago. Like, I was just learning so much about everybody's culture.
That's
honestly,
great. That's
like
great.
Even though it is a black college. Everybody's just so diverse. Like, you're gonna learn so much coming in. Like I feel like that's like a stereotype that you hear about HBCUs. Like, oh, everybody looks
serious,
the same.
or like we party too much, or do this.
We party a lot.
But underneath that party, they be
we bout it.
What?
I met some of the smartest people that I have ever known here at Howard. Like, they're geniuses.
What?
People that both look like it.
Honestly, and I love that. The fact that people have this, you know, perspective of black people because we're unserious. But when it comes down to it,
they don't play.
They don't play. So for me, I didn't have that. So I did not have that. One thing I did wish I did, when I was in community, there was so many like things I could have done to even help me when I came to UMD. Like, I just wasn't taking it seriously. I know there was so many programs I could have joined that I actually could have been going to UMD for free. But I was so stuck in that mindset of like, you know, it's community college. I don't want to be here. I want to be at a 4-year college. And I just didn't, enjoy it and like take for granted all the opportunities I had, because like my community college and UMD, they're like this. Like if you go to that community college, if you apply to UMD, you would get in unless your grades are like terrible. But you will get in for sure. And I feel like there were definitely programs that would have helped me like excel to do better. But I was just in that mindset, and that's one thing I really want to let you guys know. If you don't have the money, community college is okay. Like, even now, we're in a pandemic. If you don't go and take those cheap classes right now and stop wasting your parents' money or your own money, like, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Like, you learn just as much and you're paying way less at a 4-year college. Like, it's really, I know like we want the experience, but it's just like you have to be smarter about things. If you don't have the luxury, don't waste your time or your money. Like, it's
especially
not cool.
The money. Don't take out loans because you want to go party up the street.
I was paying my little Panera job I had. I was paying out of pocket. Like, I thank God, because now today I know, like, compared to my other parents, I don't have as much. Like, I only started taking loans when I got to UMD because I couldn't pay all that by myself. Yeah. So it's just like, I know by the time I graduate, my loans won't be as much as someone who has like 50, 80,000. Like, it's not that crazy. So that's the good thing I would say for me. But going to PWI, I felt like, because I was so used to just going home, I kind of brought that mindset into UMD because I also commute. So I was so used to like, oh, let me go to class and go home. I didn't join any clubs. Like, I would join ASA because that's all you know. But like, ASA kind of threw me off after high school because Africans are messy. Like, it just threw me off. I didn't even want to do that either. But I was like, let me just do it because that's the only club I know I'll get into. Like, it's ASA. Like, but I just didn't do it either because I was just so out of it. And like, I feel like my advice to you guys, you definitely need to like join all the clubs you can, meet people, network. Like, it's so important. Like, your grades might be terrible, but if you know how to talk to people and you're nice, you will talk to the right person one day that will take you to the place you need to be in life. Like, I'm telling you guys. And like, I try to push myself. I would join something, but I'm so used to that. It's just like, I also have work. So after school, I'm tired, I'm going to work, or I just want to go home. And it's just like, I just wish I would have got out of that mentality. And just now, I'm going back to school, but it's COVID. We're going back online. So I don't think I'll have the chance to want to join something. It's my last year. So that's one thing I would say, like, I I regret and you guys shouldn't do. You should definitely mingle like how Val did and meet new people with different experiences. You can learn so much from your peers, like you never know. But I definitely like experienced some like microaggressions, racism. Like, it was like my first semester. This white girl said nigga in class. Like, y'all, let me tell you the story. It was a sociology class.
Cassidy.
No, for real. It was a sociology class. It was called Why Are We Still Talking About Race? And it was mixed. There was a lot of white kids and black kids. It was a mixture, a good mixture. So we were that specific day we were talking about is it okay to say the N-word if you're singing a song or reading a lecture, as a teacher reading a literature or something, if it was okay. And my professor, she was a black woman, American, she was black. So even her, she did not even say nigga. She said the N-word. And she was just explaining to how, like, you know, as in a professional setting, you know, you shouldn't say that, Then this girl, out of nowhere, she was like, yeah, I was listening to this song and I'm just gonna say it. They said Nick. The way every black person just looked at each other like, wait, and I feel like the teacher, because she was put in that position, she couldn't spaz on her either because, you know, she's the adult and she's a professional lady. But then this boy was like, I have a question. He was like, I just want to know why she felt like it was okay for her to say that. Then they started going back and forth. She was like, no, I'm gonna cut you guys out. She was like, I understand where she was coming from, and I also understand, but it was just like, I could tell like everyone was, it's the audacity that she felt like it was okay to say that it blew my mind. I was like, wow, is this, and I know she'd be saying it in front of, I like to say comfortable just like that. Black people, I know
she didn't learn a lesson that day either.
She did not learn. She did not learn, and that just blew my mind. I was just like, wow, is this what we have to go through? I just didn't understand the need for her. It should have said the N-word. We all know what the N-word is. Why did you have to say nigga with the ER?
She was waiting for that.
She was, ER. Yeah, she was. I think she was waiting for that. Was her day to shine.
She was waiting.
It was on her mind to say it.
She just needed to relieve.
Everyone, we just all looked at each other like, did we just hear what she said? And that day was just always, I was like, is this a movie? Like, I never thought I would be in a situation like that, and I just didn't know what to say. And I'm pretty sure, like, if this teacher wasn't there, someone would have jumped her. Somebody would have jumped her, and I would just be looking because because this is a PWI doesn't mean you
emboldened.
Like what? And just like UMD, they're so, we're diverse, we this, we that, but it's there. The separation is there. Black kids are over here, the Asians are over there, and you have all the white kids even in the area of the colored kids, and it's just it's not diverse. There's it's there, and it's just like, I don't know, like being a black student in a PWI, you really notice all these microaggressions and we have to face that every day. Like this is nothing new, and it's, I don't know. So I don't know if I would say like I would have preferred to go to a HBCU, but it definitely made me learn some things, and since like it's just, I don't know, like it sucks. It's upsetting me about old girls because it's just like, this is a place of education. It's just, and I can't even like be free and be black without feeling some type of animosity to, like, it was just too much. But like that was one of the experiences I remembered, but I still wouldn't change it. Like UMD, it's a good school. They have whatever, they're one of the, I honestly don't care at this point. Like if I went to, it's really an education, and it's what you make of it too, because you could go to Harvard or Oxford or whatever Ivy League school and you could just ruin your name, but it's really what you make of your education. Like it really doesn't matter. So, but those are my experiences. I don't have any fun memories or anything because I never went to any school events. I was so out of it. Like that's definitely one thing I would advise you guys not to do. Definitely be involved in every single thing. the game nights, the football games, just go to it. Like, I feel sure, like, that's the whole point of going to college and having that experience. Apart from the education part, you have that part too. So, yeah, do you feel like if there's anything you could go back and change?
If I could go back and change, so obviously I did have a very good time. I feel like I experienced a lot of different things. Like, I joined a lot of clubs.
Girl, she was one of those, what you guys call yourself, monkey babes? Or what did you call yourself?
Yeah, I was in a monkey, I was in like the ASA dance team.
She was the ASA dance team. They stayed running all these competitions.
Yes, I remember one year we won 1,000 after 1,000.
No, like...
We were doing it. But
I love that for you, sis.
I joined a lot of clubs, and I feel like at a point of time, because I had changed my major so much, I was like really heavily invested in so many clubs because I just felt like I was so behind, and I needed these things to not just make my resume look better, but it's just like at Howard, obviously everybody's very smart. Like growing up in high school, like you're that smart black kid.
Yeah, that was your leverage.
Exactly.
But when you come to
an HBCU,
all smart kids.
Everybody is that smart black kid. Especially at Howard, you're over there with valedictorians, this and that. So you need something to put yourself, above. So I was in all these clubs, and when I tell you, I was exhausted.
How did you guys have to study?
I didn't. I don't know how I did it. When I tell you, I was so stressed. I would have anxiety attacks. So, like, obviously, I feel like we did have two different experiences. Yeah. Join clubs, but do not overwork yourself in the name of clubs.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. This one actually got 3.9 GPA, so I don't... some people, they build like how you're built. They can have fun and still, and some people, they have to focus on one thing. So either you're a party animal or you're a bookworm. Like, some people can't do both. So find out whatever works for you, because it's not every day. We're not all like Vows. We're not. But definitely, like you said, don't overwork yourself like at all. But definitely make time for your books, because that's what you're here for at the end of the day, to get a degree. And yeah, so this video wasn't for us to like, battle against each other. We just wanted to talk about our experiences and just help you guys out, because we are going back to school. Some of you are just graduating high school, deciding where you want to go. But so just do your research, whatever works for you guys. Like, think about it. Like, it's your life, so whatever decisions you make sure you're happy with it, you're content, and you want to do it. So yeah, do you have anything else you want to add?
I just want to add, like, obviously if you are looking for a school, like Jumi said, money. I think that money is like the first thing that you should think about. Like, a lot of people that I know that wanted to go to HBCUs but didn't go because HBCUs are really expensive. If you don't have a scholarship, you don't have a viable means to pay for it, don't do that to your credit. Don't just take out loans just to get that experience. Go where you can. And at the same time, if you wanted to go like just for the black experience, you don't want to be around microaggressions, this and that, there's microaggressions everywhere. Like, it's not just about racism. There's elitism, there's xenophobia, homophobia. So there's always going to be some oppressive force around you, you know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. You're always going to be around something. So just go for the best fit for you, the best fit for your education, the best fit for your pockets, and don't feel bad about your choice. Like, there's always these HBCU versus PWI
Don't listen to social media.
Don't listen to that nonsense.
It's dumb. Very dumb.
And at the end of the day, it's all perpetuated by the white man. We're not saying that, but
for real, it is.
Yeah. Just go where you feel like you'll fit in, you'll have a good time, you'll get the correct education, and you won't hurt your pockets.
Period. That's the end of the video. So thank you guys for tuning into today's video. I'm gonna leave Val's social media if you guys want to follow her, interact with her, talk to her about what she talked about in the video. I'll definitely leave that for you guys. And please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on my next video. Love y'all. Bye.
Oh, young fly nigga, I keep big shit, yeah. Plug my wristlet, plug my bitch rich, yeah. I'm a big pimp, I talk